I first connected with Simulab at IMSH earlier this year when I spoke with their COO, Doug Bickley, and learned that over 35,000 doctors are trained with Simulab products in the US each year for traumatic surgical procedures. From our very first conversation, I immediately gathered a sense that unlike some other industry vendors that build a product first and hope that it fits your needs, Simulab is a company that instead really listens to professional healthcare educators in order to create and update products that specifically fit their customers' needs.
TraumaMan is the most widely used surgical simulator in the world. 35,000 doctors are trained every single year with TraumaMan to do the traumatic surgical procedures. So what our customers have asked is, give us more. So we've added a head to TraumaMan, and then we've added an entire add-on section to the lower half of TraumaMan, which we call the surgical ab. And the surgical ab is for open surgical procedures, whether it's a trauma-related procedure, but it is now a platform that we're here to listen to our customers and say, what surgical procedures do you want to add to the TraumaMan app?
Yeah.
Simulab started 17 years ago with a real drive to have the finest soft tissue simulations in the world, and to have our tissues emulate a lot of the human factors. So if we cut the tissue, it bleeds. If you use ultrasound, it looks like an ultrasound image. If you put a catheter or a needle in, it feels like the same resistance of the tissue planes of a human. That we're on our 6th generation of the tissue that inserts into CentraLineMan.
Wow,
so we've stayed with our customers as they ask for more and more and more and better fidelity. We just do that in their replaceable tissues, so that they still have the same platform.
It's almost like getting a free upgrade when you continue to order the skins.
And that's the same thing with TraumaMan. If you have your TraumaMan, now you can order the obese tissue or the standard tissue.
Eager to learn more, I reached out to Simulab, who sponsored my travel to various sites around the United States that have been successfully utilizing their products. At each of these sites, it was quickly and overwhelmingly apparent that doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals were thrilled with the advanced training opportunities inherent with the products and customer service support of Simulab.
Even this year, we were at the consortium meeting, and they had this model, and I gave some feedback, and it's been developed. So yeah, I think they are responsive, and I think what they want to do is be able to, my impression is to be able to provide the product that the educators want to use, and be responsive to what's realistic.
From a service standpoint, Simulab has been phenomenal to work with, very responsive. The orders get processed very quickly, communication is great, and whenever we need a piece of equipment, even if it's last minute, it gets done. I found them very reliable, and when we run courses, that's one of the most important things, is to have a reliable sourcing of equipment.
I've been working with Simulab since 2006, and my experience is that they're very responsive to their customers as well as feedback about their products. They take their products very seriously. Physicians had mentioned to customer support at Simulab that an articulating head would be particularly useful on the mannequin, as a patient obviously has a head that can sometimes be an impedance to proper central venous catheter insertion. In response, Simulab came up with a head for their mannequin. And the use of the head with the mannequin has been very effective at making training more realistic.
And in reference to TraumaMan, the amount of times that we use him is frequently, at least I would say 3 to 4 times a week. In fact, when you came here today, you probably noticed he was pretty beat up because we use him, he's a well-used task trainer for us. It's been a very useful tool for many of our students in learning different procedures. So it has made our lives much easier.
In this continuing video series, we will be taking a hands-on look at Simulab's TraumaMan and CentraLineMan products to demonstrate their specific capabilities and training opportunities. We will also be sharing reduced infection rate research that powerfully connects training with Simulab products to huge cost-saving ROIs for healthcare hospitals and systems, as well as sharing how Simulab's scalable platforms can bring increased attention, utilization, and growth to your simulation program. If you are looking to purchase task trainers for any of these procedures, or are interested in reducing infection rates in your medical program, then this is a must-watch series. Click the upcoming links to continue watching the HealthySimulation.com videos and visit Simulab.com to learn more.